When you're arguing with your spouse, you'll be suddenly given oratorical gifts, right, that will subdue this ornery creature across from you that won't see it your way. And that's why things escalate, because each one keeps waiting for the oratory to submit the other. Okay? Spins up, spins up, spins up. There's a moment when, okay, I've had that moment as well, many of you have, where you're looking at each other and you're saying, we're being such goofballs, right? We're married to each other. What are we doing here? Trying to beat each other up like this. And all of a sudden you laugh. And that's the laughter of truth. We're trying to beat each other into submission, typically over something profoundly insignificant, because the ego self just gets into control, and we lose the real thing. So Bila'am, I think, is an archetype of that, where he's tempted by the gold, and for us, the gold is being right. For us, the gold is being right. For us, the gold is winning arguments. For us, the gold is to come out of a conversation with another person feeling that we've won and they've lost. That's the room full of gold that we're after. Right? And the ego self is like Balak. Ego self is Balak that says, I will give you a room full of gold if you win this argument. Right? And we just get seduced. We say, okay, I'm going for the gold. I will win this argument. Right? And in winning the argument, of course, we lose everything. Right? At least for a moment, we lose what matters. In fact, I'll conclude here and take some questions. There's something that I've been saying in counseling recently, and sometimes after years of counseling, something just congeals in my mind, and I rush over, write it down so I can put it in this book that I'm working on. And I'm honored to say that I'm part of the crew over at Yeshai's Recovery Center. I have the honor of leading a group of guys on once a week on incredible work. Because, for people who are in recovery, recovery is a matter of life and death. So they take the stuff that we, the faculty, Shai and Emily and all the other people over there, they take it very seriously. And I want to say that Shai's parents are part of it as well. So Charles and Ronnie are part of it. And it's a great crew, a great, wonderful crew of people. In any case, so here's something that I've been teaching people. First myself, then others. And it's the following. In any kind of problem with another person, stop yourself and say, what do I want? You have to be honest. Because typically in a heated conversation, what you want is to win, to punish, or as Shai said earlier, my interpretation of Shai's was go to war. Just mess this whole thing up and see what's left, and whatever's left, then we can talk. But first I'm just going to batter us until we both become uncivilized. Go back to the state of nature, which hardly ever goes well. So when people say, I say, what do you want? I don't want my husband to forget the broccoli. Okay. Now, want to know how important the broccoli was? They came in for counseling because he forgot the broccoli one too many times. Okay. Comes in, he doesn't care about me, he doesn't love me, he's always forgetful. If his mother asked for the broccoli, we'd have the broccoli. This is like some good broccoli, right? I don't know where they're getting it, but I could taste it. It was such good broccoli. Anyway, I'm not kidding. They came into my office because of the broccoli. I said, okay. I said, what do you want? She doesn't want the broccoli. I said, no, what do you really want? What do you really want? So we go around and kol hakavod, due respect to her. She said, okay, you know what? I wanted to punish him. I really wanted to give it to him for forgetting the broccoli. That's right. It wasn't the broccoli anymore. It was he's forgetful, he doesn't care, he doesn't love me. I said, okay, so thank you so much. What do you really want? I want to punish, I want to win, I want to hurt this other person. I want my way. I said, okay. Now, what do you really, really want? What do you mean? I said, okay. You want a good marriage? Yes. I said, all right. You want to come through a tough moment where one doesn't come out so wounded that they're going to have to do something to get their dignity back. You want to come through this moment with some grace, or you want to leave a wound which you're going to pay for later? What do you want? Okay. Big picture, I want a good marriage. Small picture, I want to get through a tough moment with the least pain as possible and get this thing over. Okay. So, criticizing, complaining, condemning, and conflict will not get you what you want. Agreed? And that's that moment of great humility. Great humility. Nothing that I want to say has anything to do with what I really want in the deepest part of myself, which A, is to have a good marriage, and B, which is to get to a tough moment with the least wounding as possible. Now, if you can remember that, if you can remember in any tough conversation, any crucial conversation, first admit what your ego self wants, but admit it. Admit to yourself, I want to punish, I want to hurt, I want to be right, I want to come out on top of this. You have to admit it. Because if you can admit it, you can disarm it.